songs, new skin, bad habit, and love's language, and adding my music to their playlist. It means so much to have supporters who help independent music travel farther than it ever could alone.
This is my music that my nephew, who was killed by police across South Carolina, wrote for me. Yeah. We wrote this over 20 years ago. 18 Hey y'all, this is Cassandra, and you are listening to Conversations with Cassandra. And with me is the amazing and the bestest DJ on the planet.
I am DJ Nappy Red. How you doing today, Cassandra?
I'm doing great. And we have two special guests. This is such an honor for me to have them here. And what's your name be?
My name is Bonzel. I am the founder of I Am the Voice of Suicide nonprofit organization.
Okay, and you be?
And I be. I'm Lizzie K, co-founder of I Am the Voice of Suicide.
And in the house. Listen, I cannot wait to talk to these two people because, first of all, we're talking about something that is very close to my heart. A lot of people may or may not know, those that know me know this story, that I dealt with suicide very heavily from a little girl. Mm-hmm. So I was suicidal very young, like 9 years old, wanting to take my own life. At 12, I was on medication. Antidepressants at 12 years old, and very suicidal. So to talk about this subject, if I cry, y'all just have to excuse me and don't pay me no attention. Because I'm a crier.
We're in a safe place. Give me all the signs.
Okay. So listen, I want to start with you. Yes. Tell me why you founded this organization. And just whatever you want to share right now. We're going to start there.
Well, first, I want to say thank you for sharing. And life is so much better with you here, Ms. Cassandra. And definitely grateful for this opportunity to share and to bring awareness. Yes. The reason why I founded I'm the Voice of Suicide is not because I've studied suicide or the statistics. It's because I've lived it. Mm-hmm. I am a 4-time suicide attempt survivor. Mm-hmm. And so I've dedicated my life to bring awareness, prevention, and hope to a subject that is very taboo.
Very taboo.
And very hard to have. Mm-hmm. It's just like in our families, we don't want to make those pre-funeral arrangements, but we all know that we're going to die.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's the reality.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Mm-hmm. But the stigma of suicide is that it's not a reality until it happens.
Exactly.
And so that conversation is not being had.
Mm-hmm.
And so being a 4-time suicide is my goal, just to let people know that there is purpose outside of pain.
Amen.
And so that's just the the blanket cover of why I started it, because of my lived experience.
Okay. And tell me how you connected with your husband on this. How did that?
Well, I knew very early on, once we decided that we wanted to be together and say yes to the call that God, had over our lives as a couple, it was there's purpose in his life that melts into mine, and they kind of just collide together. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that my husband shared with me early on was that he was a veteran, and how, Black men are not always well, just in general, but
Yeah.
but specifically Black men, once they leave, the service, there's not always resources for them to cope with the things they experience within serving the country,
Mhm.
and they don't have safe spaces to really talk about their experiences,
Mhm.
and so they start isolating.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the pandemic really helped
Oh,
us
yeah.
be still,
Mhm.
and all the trauma came to the surface, which allowed both of us to start talking about the things
Yes.
that we have suppressed in our childhood experiences and stuff like
Yes,
that.
yeah.
So very early on, when my husband told me about his vision with I Am the Voice of the Suicide,
Mhm.
I said we have to do this.
Yeah.
So
I love
Yeah.
that. I love that because you don't realize there is no healing until we can start talking about
address it.
I mean, you got to address the issue. I don't care how painful, and it is painful. When you think about some of that stuff you've been through, and you got to bring it up to the surface in order to deal with
Yeah.
it.
You almost have to head on.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
You know why it's painful? And I'm learning this in therapy. As humans, we don't know that it's okay not to be okay.
Mm.
And so when
Yes.
you are accustomed to hiding what you go through and masquerading, your pain,
Yes.
once you get to a season where you have to expose the things that hurt you,
Mhm.
it is painful.
Mhm.
And if you don't mind, I wanted to share some numbers
Absolutely.
because I want the listeners to know just how real this thing
This
is.
Mhm.
So I got my little cheat code here. So
Cheat.
I want to make sure I give this
Accurate.
stats
Yeah,
accurate.
accurate. Mhm.
But per year, 727,000 people die by suicide.
Wait. That's in the world?
Yes, worldwide. These are worldwide numbers.
700 and what?
27,000 people. I'm
That's
gonna
a
break it
lot of
down.
people.
Per month, that's 60,600 people per month. Per week, 14,000 per week. 1,992 per day. Per hour, 83 people. Per minute, 1.4 people. So that means every 43 seconds, one
Somebody
person is
taking
dying
them.
by suicide.
Jesus. Man.
That makes it real.
Man. Listen, those statistics. Okay, I'm not gonna talk for a second. I need you to talk because I'm feeling full already. Yeah. Go ahead.
Also, if you can bring up the age gap,
Oh yes.
because that is also another eye opener when you find out the age gap in where they are taking their lives the most.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What people
Mhm.
don't
It's
know,
children.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Children, so
Children.
children and men. So children between the ages of 7 and 14
Jesus.
and our men are leading
Leading
Mhm.
cases.
in suicide rates.
Mhm.
Our
Mhm.
babies and our protectors.
Mhm. Mhm. And that's something. The babies and the protectors. And I remember, I think it was last year, there was a child that was being bullied
Yes.
that took his life.
Yes.
And I
Yes,
cried
young
so
man.
much.
Yes.
Can you imagine someone making you feel so bad about yourself that you don't want to live?
Yeah.
But
I've
go
done it
ahead.
before.
Yeah. Oh,
I have.
you ain't listen.
For me, as a first generation born and raised here in the States, I was prone to being bullied because I didn't dress like everyone else.
Mhm.
I didn't wear my hair like everyone else. And so I was picked on a lot, especially my beautiful African features. I was picked on a lot, and I didn't understand why I was being picked on by other Black kids. So it definitely did have me spiral at some point in my childhood. I was spiraling internally, not knowing that I can talk about it or where to talk about it, and so I can definitely attest to it happening to as young as 6, 7.
Yeah. And a lot of my pain and my depression came early because I was rejected by my father. That I'm gonna tell y'all something. Dads, I'm talking to y'all. Please don't do that to your children.
Yes.
I don't care what's going on with you and that mother. Please do not turn your back on your children.
Yes.
Don't do that. Because the damage, that's what I'm saying.
And to expound on that, since we're speaking with our fathers,
Mm-hmm.
I just read the stats that men are also, they share the number one suicide rates.
Mm-hmm.
Those men
Yeah.
were little boys.
Okay.
Come
Little
on,
boys.
V.
What happened?
So I want to
Mhm.
speak to the men and the fathers. Love on that little boy.
Love on him.
Mm-hmm.
If that little boy fall, he wants to
Cry,
cry.
let him
You
cry.
let him cry in
Yeah.
your arms. You
Yeah.
hold him tight.
Mm-hmm.
Because not to get controversial, but then
Mhm.
we have this whole thing where we're fighting against
False masculinity.
gender
Mhm.
identification
Mm-hmm.
and
An expression.
expression. But you have these young little boys who are not made to feel safe to be vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
And so
You're
we
talking
wonder
about
why these young men grow up and as the world, it's such a taboo conversation, but we got to talk about it. The LGBT community. They get so little boys get picked on for being gay,
Yeah.
but then they
Yeah.
become young men because they have to be tough.
Yep.
They wonder why they're beating their wives.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So
So
listen now.
it's like either
It's
gay
a-
or beat your wife.
Yeah. And that is a serious issue in the Black community because that tough and you
Yeah.
don't baby him. It's not about babying the boy.
Yeah.
It's about letting him know that it's okay for you to have or
He has
show
feelings.
emotions. He got
Yeah.
feelings
If
like
it hurts,
you.
it hurts.
Man, listen, if I fall and it hurts me, you telling me not to cry? Are you serious?
you gotta
As
stop.
a boy, we gotta stop that because we're doing more damage. Then you get these kids out here that are totally desensitized.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Because the only way you can walk up on another kid and shoot him in the
Mm.
head or whatever and don't feel them kids, they don't feel
They're numb.
anything. They're
numb,
numb
and they have
because
like,
they've
They're
had
numb
to
and they're
hide.
angry.
Yes.
They're
And-
angry.
And so we have got to allow our young people to feel.
Mhm.
And I feel like we have done a piss poor job. Yes,
Yes.
I said it.
Yes.
A piss poor job of making our people as God forgive me, because I'm not get on my soapbox. No, but we as Black
Yeah.
people have spent our entire life, and I know we've had to be strong because of the things that we went through.
yeah, it's,
But
it's
you-
generational.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
what I'm
think
saying.
We're fighting a something that we cannot see. We wrestle not against flesh and blood. This is spiritual battles.
Spiritual.
Yeah.
And then you think about the generational stuff that our ancestors
Yeah.
had to go through and experience,
Yeah.
and we don't know what is being passed down generationally,
Mhm.
emotionally, psychologically
Mhm.
through the bloodline. You know what I mean? And because a lot of the older generation, they have been taught to be quiet. They don't like to always speak up on things that might bring
They don't.
shame or
Yeah.
or
They
guilt
don't.
or
Yeah.
or real accountability.
Mhm.
But I also I feel like on the flip side, like I really want to also back to men, like we're still talking about men, but
Yeah.
I also want you guys to know that there's also grace. There is grace to take responsibility for the mistake. Don't take it on as you're the mistake,
Mhm.
but really own in on and taking account for how you probably played a part in why your children act out a certain way or
Mhm.
don't know how
Mhm.
to express their feelings,
Mhm.
probably because you also didn't have the same tools to
Mhm.
know how to speak up about things that are probably uncomfortable.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like me and my husband, we are the first in our families to be the, go against the grain
Right.
in
Mhm.
addressing is the first thing we have to
It
do.
is.
Yeah.
It's
It is.
hard. I'm telling you right now, it's
Yeah.
hard, and
Breaking
not
the
being
curse.
afraid to lose certain people
Mhm.
in the process of addressing things
Mhm.
and exposing things, because there's a lot of people that get protected in the family that needed to be exposed a
Oh.
long time ago.
Oh, we
Yeah.
Don't get me
Oh,
started.
don't, Lord have mercy.
Don't get me started.
Okay. I tell a story. I'm straight up about this. I was molested from 4 to 12 by a preacher, my grandmother's boyfriend, a preacher from 4 to 12 years old.
I would have shot him.
Do you know, man?
I would
Do
have
you
shot
know
his
the
ass.
kind
Oh.
of damage,
You know me.
man? Oh, I know you.
I would have shot his ass
I mean,
dead.
but can you imagine having to keep that inside? Because you definitely didn't talk about anything that anybody did. And you're right. That generational thing of keeping the I almost cussed.
But,
That's sad.
Keeping the secret, the family secret.
yeah.
Listen,
Mm-hmm.
if he or she needs to be exposed, we have got to expose it
Yeah.
to save the children.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
You can't let
Yes,
it
we do.
just go because, oh, yeah, Uncle Rodney touched me down there and blah, blah, blah. And you talking about, okay, we ain't gonna talk about that, baby. What?
Unfortunately, they didn't get to talk about their molesting
I get- exactly.
situations, and so we have to find the courage within ourselves. So
Absolutely.
thank you for sharing yours.
Oh,
but
absolutely.
I also was molested from the age of 8 to 14
Mhm.
by a praise and worship leader
Oh,
who lived in my house.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
mind you, a saint, like
Oh,
one of the
yes.
sweetest people you ever meet.
Yes.
Very good looking,
Mhm.
loves the Lord,
Mhm.
was dating my mother.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm. Oh,
And
amen.
when my mom worked the night shift and went to work,
Oh,
honey, he
yeah.
came straight to my room. Sure did.
Mhm.
You know,
Let-
like
let-
clockwork.
Let me tell you, I do a play called But I Love Him, right? And one of the scenes in that play is a little girl sitting on her bed, and her mom says, you hear her mom in a way saying, all right, baby, I'll see you in the morning. And when you hear the door close and you see her head goes down and she says, please don't let him come in my room tonight.
The
But
countdown.
and
You're
and
doing
this
the countdown
person, you
psychologically.
understand what I'm saying? And she's preparing for her mother's boyfriend to come in the room and molest her, which is a ritual thing. And she can't even tell her mom, you know what I'm saying? Because he said, if you tell your mom, I'll kill both of y'all. I'll kill you and your mom. You tell her, I kill both of y'all. So you have kids that are afraid to talk about it.
Literally.
And then you have people that when they do tell, because I was dealing with a young woman, she has a she has a sexual assault organization. She was being molested by her father.
Mm.
And when she told her mother did not believe her.
Yeah.
So can you imagine the effect that has on the psyche? What the heck?
But this is the thing. It's not
So
gender
funny.
specific.
It-
There is
okay.
men that have gone through
Yes.
sexual
Yes.
abuse
Absolutely.
as well as young as 2,
Yes.
3. You know,
Yes.
and they and men, you guys get it hard because
Yeah.
there's not a lot of safe spaces for men to talk about
Yeah.
their sexual
Absolutely.
abuse stories. You know.
I met a young man
Yeah.
who broke down in a men's circle. This young man was 25 years old,
Mhm.
and he shared that his sexual abuser
Mhm.
was his very own father.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And just to even fathom
Mhm.
the thought
Mhm. Oh yeah.
that you're 25 years old and his only sexual experience in
Was with
life
his own father.
is with his father.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I could not imagine.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
these are conversations that's not uncommon.
Mhm.
They're just not talked
They're
about.
not talked
They're not
about.
spoken
At
about.
least not in
Exactly.
open spaces.
Not
I think
in
that's why
open,
people have
yeah.
found places like barber shops and
Yeah.
hair shops. Because
But they won't.
but as a man-
guys.
as a
Yeah,
man-
that's what I'm
as a
saying.
man, females,
Females
they
might
gonna
talk
talk
about
to the
it.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
Y'all get comfortable
But not
in
men.
the beauty salon.
Men would
Men is not
definitely
talking
not.
about that.
They are not going to
Men
talk
is
about
not
that.
talking about being abused by their wives.
Yeah,
They're not
exactly.
going to talk about being sexually molested or
Mhm.
raped.
Mhm.
We're not talking about that.
Mhm. Let me share this. I had a young man that called me and was crying, and this kid is like, well, he's a grown man now, but he is like that thugged out street hood will shoot you rather than talk to you type of person, right? And he called to tell me that he had been molested by a female family member since he was a little boy.
Yeah.
And he said, now people wonder why I'm so hard with women. He said, I want to love a woman,
Mhm.
but because of that
Yeah.
experience,
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you know, I'm gonna dog every woman every chance
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
how he has
And
lived
I'm gonna
his
tell you,
man.
I'm going to get very, very transparent
Mhm.
here.
Get transparent.
My wife
Mhm.
knows where I'm going with this.
Yes, I do.
Mhm.
To your point, what you just said,
Mhm.
I was a 27-year-old virgin.
Mhm.
You know, I was the guy who wanted to save myself
Mhm.
until I was married.
Yeah.
and I was in the military,
Mm-hmm.
and I was in a situation where, unfortunately, I was raped
Mm-hmm.
at 27 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So, as a 27-year-old soldier
Mm-hmm.
in the military,
Mm-hmm.
how do you
Mhm.
explain allowing another man?
Mhm.
See, the stigma I used it on purpose.
You
Allowing.
sure did
Allowing.
allow
Because
it.
as a
As
victim,
if
Yeah.
you
you're
chose to
made
be
to
raped.
feel like
Mhm.
you allowed it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And so,
Ain't nobody gonna do that to me. Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
and so, you know, and
You
so,
said what you said.
girl.
and there it is, you know, and for years,
Mm-hmm.
that's something I could not talk about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then let's not talk about dating.
Yeah.
Let the female know that whether it was voluntarily or involuntarily,
Mhm.
you had sex with
Yeah.
a man.
Yeah. Oh.
Females will dog you,
Oh.
and then they wonder why the DL issue is such a thing.
Prevalent thing.
What do we do? We praise bisexual females.
Mm.
That's attractive, right?
Mm.
But a
No.
bisexual male is it's scum. He's dirty. He's
Mhm.
nasty.
Mhm.
So that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
It is.
But
But it's good,
I
though.
went there because when people ask me, Vonzel, 4 times you attempted suicide. Why?
Yeah.
That was one of my whys.
Yeah.
Being
Yeah.
27 years old,
Yeah.
being raped, and my only sexual experience was with a man.
Yeah.
Question: Was
Yes, sir.
that when the first time it happened for suicide? After that happened,
After that
was
happened.
that
I was suicidal before that.
okay? All
But
right.
that was another contributing situation. Isolated, but yeah.
But people don't understand the pain of being violated, and you really. I was 4 years old.
Being stripped of your
What
innocence.
I mean, what am I gonna do with this big old man, doing what he wanna do and then taking advantage of it over and over and over and over and over again. And my grandmother could not understand why I hated to be in this man's presence. Like he'd come in the room and I'd leave. And she was like, you're such a nasty, mean. And I was angry, and
You had every right to be.
listen.
Yes.
I joined a gang at 11 years old. I was the youngest member of that gang because I was so full of rage
I can only imagine.
and pain that I was made for the gang, because it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna hurt somebody
Jesus.
because I want to hurt somebody because I was hurt and ain't nobody protecting me. You understand what I'm saying? And there are kids out there that have experienced that and are experiencing it right now.
Yeah.
As we speak, there are young people that are
Right now.
experiencing that.
Let's not talk about
And
the trafficking.
Listen, that's a whole nother story right there, because I've dealt with a lot of traffickers with my ministry. But you're holding things in that end up damaging you so badly later on in life. I was damaged goods. Let me just be straight. I was damaged goods. I didn't think I deserved anybody to love me, because I was just like, what? All of this stuff right here that I've been through, and I treated myself like that. You understand? And you attract.
It's true.
Come on now.
But you
Go
know,
ahead.
and I'm going to play devil's advocate right now. Because I'm like my brother man over here. You would want to shoot someone dead.
Mm-hmm.
Someone touched my child, my niece, my nephew,
Mm-hmm.
I would gladly go to prison.
Mm-hmm.
That's understood.
Mm-hmm.
But to play the devil's advocate, there's always a why.
Mm-hmm.
You think about
I know.
the monster that, took advantage of you as a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
What was that monster's story?
Yeah.
It may
What
have
was his
it
story?
may have happened to him, and that's what he thought was the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
To express
You know what I mean?
love.
That's right. But that
But still,
It's
like,
still,
yeah,
it's so.
doesn't make
Right.
it okay.
no, not at all.
But in
Not
order
at all.
to break stigmas, in order to fight this epidemic of suicide and depression,
Mm-hmm.
we have got to start addressing these
What are the
generational
issues?
curses.
What are the
All
And
across
when
the
you
board,
understand
it can be
your
really one-sided.
abuser,
Right.
you can understand why people are suicidal.
Yeah.
You can understand why people are molesting children,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
and we can go after them. Let's have a conversation,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
because you can't live life just touching. Not knowing your boundaries.
Yeah. Because there has to be that there has to be boundaries. for everybody. Everybody has to have boundaries. And that's why I tell women, I deal a lot with women in domestic violence because I'm a conqueror. I don't even say I'm a survivor. I'm a conqueror over it because what I do, this is just what I believe. I believe that once you have overcome something and you can go back and help other people come through, you have just become more than a conqueror.
Yeah.
So you just didn't go through, you have become more than a conqueror.
Real quick, have been incarcerated before, not wanting those guys to come through the doors, but wanting those guys come through the doors. And we've seen them come through the doors, and we did what we had to do when they came through the doors. Like, you're not gonna do that again. You're gonna take this,
humble you.
Right. You're gonna take the beats, whatever we did to you, you're gonna take that and you're gonna get out of here and you're gonna act right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that is something. When I've worked in the prison system for a lot of years, that is the one thing that either in the male or female prison system they do not tolerate. They will they don't tolerate you touching children and raping women.
That period.
No.
It's a no.
Listen, I had a guy one time in the federal prison that came in my class and disrespected me because he started in front of me, masturbating in front of me, right? And I addressed him directly, and I was like, let me tell you something. Don't you ever come back in my class and try that again. I said, because it's not going to be pretty. And I said, I'm not calling no guards. I'm not crying and I'm not screaming. But I think the next week I came back, those guys had whipped his behind. When I tell you they damaged him, they told him, don't you ever disrespect Miss Cassandra, like ever. So we have boundaries, and everybody should have boundaries.
Yeah.
You know,
and you gotta know what
they are.
I'm a former people pleaser, and that of course comes from, our upbringing definitely shapes how we grow up. You know what I mean? And I think that this is why therapy is vital and important it is important to revisit things from your past, because people are like, I just move forward. Move forward, fine. But in order to know where you're going, you got to know where you came from. You have to know what you've experienced. So therapy.
So listen, guys, I am loving this conversation, and we didn't even take a low break because this is really good. Yeah. So Power Blendz 99.8, and you are talking with Conversations with Cassandra, and we'll be right back with Fonzel and Lizzie.
Great.
You good?
Mm-hmm. Good.
How's that?
Plays no commercials. Let's go. Power Blendz 99.8. I'm a street legend.
Yeah.
I was
real
quick. I've been incarcerated several times, right? My first time, I'm from New York. My first time actually going upstate New York, they had a program, was called the SHOT program, right? That's for the first time offenders, mostly drug offenders, right? So we're in this facility. It's a boot camp. We're in this facility, and one of the things they teach you is they want you to talk to people, right? So this one guy, muscular dude, he stands up in front of, say, the platoon, which is probably about 60 or 70 guys, and he said, before he got there, he was in Dannemora, Clinton, and they held him down and they raped him. And I told him, I said, yo, that's the toughest thing I've seen a man do, is to stand up in front of a bunch of people and tell them that. And the reason why I say that, bro, I take my hat off to you, because you gotta let that shit go. And that was the beginning of your progress right there. You know what I mean? You got another half an hour.
No. Time now.
Oh, right now? No, 1 minute.
Oh, shoot. 1 minute.
Go ahead. No, y'all go ahead.
I eat it. I'm on
Yeah.
carpet.
Okay, which one do you want?
Either one. Strawberry.
The one with that thing in it got the alcohol in it.
Okay. I'll take the alcohol shot.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is it empty? It dropped down. It might have dropped, so it's in there.
It's in there.
Yeah, you ain't got to squeeze it. It's in there.
Ain't that good? That girl.
She coming back down.
Raleigh, North
My brother, they went upstairs.
Yeah, she's Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yeah. She's originally from New York.
She's from New York originally.
That's good.
That thing was good.
Hey.
One of my favorite songs.
We in here, baby.
And we are back with Conversations with Cassandra and the bestest DJ on the planet,
DJ Nappy Red.
DJ Nappy Red, and my amazing guests who have got me on the verge of crying. But we go. No, I ain't gonna make that loud. What's your name be again?
My name be Bonzel.
His name Bonzel.
And my name be Lizzie K.
Yeah.
You got to put the B in it. My name B.
My name
You
B.
got to put
Okay, give that name of your organization again.
I said we are the founders of I Am the Voice of Suicide.
Absolutely. And we are talking about the things that put people in the place where they feel like they don't want to live, and it can come way back from childhood. People don't realize the things that happen to you in childhood can literally destroy.
Yeah, it makes or breaks.
We are literally 40, 50-year-old children walking around.
Yeah, adult children.
Yeah.
You see adults acting out,
Mm-hmm.
that 10-year-old is hurt.
Mm-hmm.
That 5-year-old is damaged.
Yeah.
Speaking of, can I share a small story? Because you were talking about, babe, do you remember when we went to a support group?
Oh, yes.
Y'all,
yes.
It was a support group for adult children.
Yes.
And one of our really good friends, her name is Portia, and she kind of spearheads these groups, and she wanted us to come and support her.
Round circles.
Y'all, we went there, and literally the adult children
We were the youngest.
We were the youngest. They were older than us.
Yeah.
Wow.
And literally they went
60,
around the
70-year-olds.
circle talking about their different experiences, and almost as if they're telling their stories. It's like they go right back to that 9-year-old or 10-year-old. It was like an older lady she was at least, she had to be in her 70s. And when it was her turn to talk, literally you could just see the little girl. I was just like,
But let me say just add to that, because this is another awareness key point. We were the youngest there, but we were also the only African American.
that too.
So we're
Talk
talking
about
about
it.
60, 70, 80. I think the oldest one was like 84 years old.
Wow.
That just goes to show there's a demographic of people that understand the power of therapy.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, our 60, 70, 80-year-old grandmothers and grandfathers in the Black community, you talking about therapy, you're getting cussed out.
You gonna get cussed. I live in a senior building, and I've talked to them about, and no.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear anything about,
They
going
can be
to
really
therapy.
stubborn.
Oh yeah. But it's generational.
Yep.
We were taught to keep this is the one I hate the most. I'm gonna tell you right now. What happens in this house stays in this house.
The devil is
Come on
alive.
now, exactly.
And I will not.
Okay.
We are going to talk about this.
Okay. So, but think about it. In our communities, that's what's taught.
Yeah.
And it has caused more damage and more jacked up adults than anything.
And it's caused more division.
Yeah.
We're not really able to connect and bond and heal in real time. So that's the reason why I know a lot of our generation, we're doing what we haven't seen. You know what I mean? We're taking the steps to healing by going to therapy, by having the uncomfortable conversations,
Mhm.
by going back to some people and telling them about themselves. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. And yeah. I can't even go there, but I almost hurt somebody in my family because of that. I don't play. I do not play like that, man. I just don't. And I made it plain, like, you say one more word, and I'm driving two steps. Woo! Yes, I did.
Wow.
And somebody gonna be hurt. Cause I said, look, and
And
they
it ain't
know
gonna
I'm,
be me.
and they know I'm crazy. I said, because I will be kicking. I said I will be kicking
Oh
the
my
door.
God.
Oh, I don't play like that. I don't play like that. But we gotta get to the place where we're protecting our young people.
Yes.
I gotta feel safe enough to tell you what is happening with me.
You know, something so simple when you say protect our babies and protect our children. Something as simple as, you know how you have family functions and the uncles or the aunts, hey baby, come over here and give me a hug. And if that child don't feel comfortable hugging that person, that's not disrespectful.
That's not.
Maybe something not making that child feel comfortable.
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone. Allow children to understand that they do have boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell an adult, no, thank you. I prefer not to have a hug.
Yeah. It's perfect.
The boundary's like, all right,
Like,
you know if it's
listen, yeah. But I remember that when the person that molested me, when they died, I remember my grandmother saying to me, because she was crying and everybody crying and carrying on, and I'm like, and she said,
oh Lord.
She said, you want cold beef.
Ooh.
That's what she said to me. She said, this man has been around you since you were a little girl, and she said, that's why I told you, and you gonna be dead before you 21. This was spoken over my life.
Jesus.
This was by the person, because my mother, I told you my father rejected me, but my mother died at 29 and left 5 children, and I was the oldest at 12. So I had to become mommy.
You were mom.
You understand? Because my grandmother now has to work 2 jobs to keep all of us together. So then I had to become mom. So now I'm being molested. My dad has rejected me. My mother's dead. And I'm being told I'll never amount to anything. So the amount, that's why I was so suicidal. But let me tell you the beautiful thing. I don't share this story often. But when I was on my way, I was 13 years old and on my way to counseling, because I'm taking medication, antidepressants, and I'm in counseling. I'm on my way to counseling. Back then, you had to take your little medicine bottle. I don't even know why they did that, because if I wanted to take some of them out of there to make it look like I'd just take it out, I'm smart enough to do it. But they thought it meant something. They said, bring your medication to every session.
Mm-hmm.
I'm walking down the street, heading to the clinic, and I hear this voice. The way that we're interacting right now, I hear this voice that says, throw those pills in that drain and never take another antidepressant in your life. I'm looking around like, okay, yeah, you crazy, because now you're hearing voices on top of everything else. So but even though I didn't understand it, there was nothing spiritual about me at that time. Even though I didn't understand it, I opened that bottle and I poured those pills down the drain. And I never took an antidepressant again. And I'm 67 now. I never took one after that day. And it's like God sealed me. He said, it does not matter. As I'm walking, this voice is still talking to me. So, I'm crazy, but he's talking to me. That voice said, I don't care what anyone says to you. I love you. Didn't understand it. But I know that voice. I never had anyone in my life to tell me that they love me up to that point. Can you imagine as a kid, never being held, like, hugged, or that was not a part. That was not a part of what our family did. There was no hugging. Oh, I love you. Kiss, kiss, and like that. No, we didn't do that. So I grew up hardcore, angry, just like a lot of young people right now. And I'm telling y'all, if nobody ever has said it to you, I love you.
Yes.
I'm gonna say we love you.
Yeah,
That's what I'm here to say. We love you. God loves you, and know that there are people that will listen to your story.
Yes.
Will listen to you. Let you share what hurts you. And so I'm putting that out there, and anybody that knows me know that I mean that. So you can go to my page on anywhere and get in touch with me. My phone number is on every page I got. Anybody can reach out to me at any given time. And I mean that. And literally, can I tell y'all how I decided that I never turned my phone off? I never turned my phone off. You know why? Several years ago, about 15 years ago, I was actually sick, and I took some medication to put me in a deep sleep. And a kid was calling me that was suicidal. And I told that story.
No, they came here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I did not answer the phone, and they tried to kill themselves. And I made a decision, a conscious decision, that I would never turn my phone off again. You understand? Sometimes, and everybody can't do that, and especially people in ministry. I always have people in ministry. Well, I don't know why you be answering. Do you with everything you got, but don't tell me how to do me. Yeah. I know what God has called me to do, and that's what I want to walk in, and that's what we need to learn.
I'm so glad you said that, because in the same token, I'm such a protector of our leaders, and they always say you always have to. That's a part of boundaries. Now, when you said you were called to do that,
yes, that's what I'm.
That's special.
Yeah.
Everyone don't have
Everybody
that.
don't.
Because
not called to it.
I have to challenge that idea, because even in this space of working with, mental health and suicide, finding time for yourself.
Yeah.
And I know some people turn that phone off.
Yeah.
To separate when you're dealing with those phone calls.
Yeah.
And another thing is when people die by suicide, a lot of times if we miss a phone call, you may feel like, oh, had I only answered the call, that is not.
No,
you can't do
that. Absolutely.
And so,
I agree.
I love that you
Thank
have
you.
that, but that you was led to do
that. To do that.
And you had to use
it
wisdom.
Doesn't apply. It does not apply to. Please know that. I'm sorry if I did not make that plain. That's why I said that's what I was called to do, and that's what I do, and I do it, and I've been doing it over 40 years. It works for me. But like I said, a lot of my friends, they like, really, they better not call me after 12 o'clock. And that's fine.
That's your ministry.
Absolutely. This is I'm not trying to do your ministry. I'm only trying to do mine. So but that is why I never turn my phone off.
There's no time on that for ministries. There's no time for that.
No.
You know what I mean? You don't put a time on that.
Boundaries.
Right.
We do. I agree with you about that. We do have to have boundaries. It just my boundaries are longer than I think. Because if you feeling suicidal, baby, please call Miss Cassandra. Please call Miss Cassandra. Please. And listen.
She's like a prayer away.
I'm up half the night anyway, so please call me, because just the idea of somebody, and like you said, I felt guilty though. I must admit, I felt guilty because when I found out, when they called and told me that he, was in the hospital and I saw the number, I was like, And for a second, I did feel, you know what I'm saying? I think it was just natural. But I want to switch to something a little more lively. Go ahead, y'all. Tell me anything y'all want to tell me about the suit. Yeah, I want to go upbeat. We're gonna leave on an upbeat note.
Okay.
Okay. So anything else y'all want to talk about on the suicide? Oh, tell them how they can get in touch with you guys, the organization.
Yes. So email I am info@iamthevoiceofsuicide.org, and then we have a website www.iamthevoiceofsuicide.org.
Okay, give that one more time, ma'am.
Oh.
We're gonna have from the female side too.
Info@iamthevoiceofsuicide.org, and then www.iamthevoiceofsuicide.org.
Yes.
Okay, so y'all can get in touch with them like that way. Now we about to shift.
Hey.
Just fine.
Pivot.
Just fine.
Pivot.
Okay. So we're going to talk about Ms. Lizzie. Ms. Lizzie.
Yes.
Hi. And her awesome what she does in addition to being the amazing co-founder of I Am
The Voice
of Suicide.
Being a voice for those who suffer.
Yes. Okay. So tell us about your career, what you do and what you have.
It's so funny because I voiced, there was a moment where I wanted to like separate the two, but I can't. You know, it's just a part of who I am. So in my profession, I am a professional singer. I was professionally a background singer for many artists. Mainstream artists from gospel.
Can you name them?
And mainstream.
Let's name some.
On the gospel side, I have worked with Fred Hammond, Donnie McClurkin, Deidre Haddon, Leandria Johnson, Kiara Sheard.
Okay.
So many people that I can't even think of right now. Oh, Yolanda Adams.
Yes.
Actually, I was singing background for Yolanda Adams when I met my husband.
Nice.
He used to work for BET Network.
Okay.
And so we met at the BET Awards.
Beautiful.
But
Beautiful.
that's on the gospel side. Now, in the mainstream side, I was Mary J. Blige's background singer for 10 years.
Nice.
And I have sang behind Stevie Wonder. I've worked with Pharrell, Kanye West, Snoop Dogg. I've worked with Jennifer Hudson, Christina Aguilera. I've worked with so many people.
Your catalog is crazy.
We gotta flex this.
I wasn't done.
Currently.
Okay. Oh yes.
Recently.
Leave her alone. Just let her tell it. Go ahead. Go.
No, I kind of like when my man trying to.
So currently, last year she was on the road with Miss Jill Scott.
Nice.
Give me a call, Jill.
And also, she provided background vocals on 3 songs on Jill's
That's
latest
beautiful.
project.
So whom this may concern, y'all go check it out. I'm singing
That's
background
beautiful.
on Don't Play With It. Well, it's called Don't Play. Off of the Back and Be Great. So
Nice.
shout out to my girl Jill Scott, who is currently on tour right now.
Yes, she is.
We just saw her show. If y'all haven't seen To Whom This May Concern tour, go get your tickets before it's sold out. She just did 2 shows here in Atlanta last week, and one of those days happened to be me and my husband's wedding anniversary. So we were able to go and see Jill, and we got to love on her after the show. So shout out to my girl.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I'm just mad because I wasn't there. I love Jill Scott.
I love her too. I love her too.
That's my girl.
If I see Jill, I'll be gonna shot my shot.
And got shot.
She got me.
And then Mary J., my theme song for years was Just Fine.
I'm sure.
I mean, when I tell you, when I had my birthday party, the DJ always knew to play when I come in.
Yeah.
Oh, Just Fine gonna be playing because I'm coming in doing Mary
You know I
J.
love music.
I'm coming
when
in.
it comes to music.
Okay, girl, look, I come in and with my old self. I remember, wait, let me tell you, one year I was very sick when my birthday came, and they were like, well, just go ahead and cancel your party. I said, who canceled that party? No, we having my birthday party. And I had gotten some friends of mine to put together a dance routine, right?
Oh my God.
And so I was gonna come out and we was gonna do our little routine and Just Fine. And and so we've been rehearsing and everything was fine.
Yes.
But I was so sick that day, my birthday, and so weak. My blood count was so low that I could hardly stand up, right?
Wow.
So they were like, well, do you want us to cancel the dance? I was like, I wish y'all would. No, I'm gonna need y'all to get up there and dance.
Get
And
this
so
routine
what I
together.
did, I put my chair in the center of the floor,
Mhm.
and they just danced
You're
around me.
right.
Oh, I love it.
I
I
have
love
my
that.
thing when
I
it comes
love
to
that.
so those are two of my favorite
Mhm.
artists on the planet.
And actually, I met Jill through Mary.
Okay.
Mary has her conference is Strength of a Woman, and I was singing background, and Jill was one of the artists that was performing, and that's how we met. And
Nice.
so and
That's real
connected.
nice.
So
That's awesome.
shout out to you too, Mary J. Love
Hey
you.
Mary, hey Mary, and that's my mom's name. That's my
Oh
mom's name.
wow, wow, Mary.
Yeah, so Mary just definitely has been a fan. I've been a fan, and I shared with you guys that the documentary that she was doing.
Yes.
I was actually, it was like a lot of women that they were choosing from,
Yes.
and I was one of 4 women that were chosen to do that documentary.
Wow, that's
Look at that.
beautiful.
Look at
And
that.
so,
full
honey,
circle.
Beautiful.
Auntie, they came in my little 1-bedroom apartment here in Atlanta,
Yeah.
and they shot for 3 days. Then they came back the next month and shot, I think, for a day.
Yeah.
So
I think
it was just
where's the
amazing.
documentary being shown? I think you guys can still catch her
I
documentary.
don't know.
It's streaming. If I'm
It
not,
is.
it's
'Cause
streaming.
I never, we of course we were paid, but I never heard anything about what happened. Or I haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
it's streaming somewhere. I have to find it, but
Yeah. So that was an amazing time. So now let's switch over to you. Tell us your background and what some of the things that you did.
Talk your talk, babe.
Talk it.
I hate talking about it.
Toot,
He really does.
So,
We both do.
So I come from a production background.
Mhm.
That's how I met my wife in production. Started with BET.
Mhm.
There was a TV show called 106 in Park that I was a part of. And so
Uh-huh.
I was a part of talent management at 106 in Park. And so part of the team that booked any celebrity you saw on the TV show, I was their contact person.
Wow.
Then did some show producing with the show. Red carpet for the BET Awards, red carpet coordinator, how I met my wife.
Hi.
Then left BET, went to Radio 1.
Mhm.
So like I shared with you, I worked on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show, Ed Lover, Erica Campbell
The girl with that.
Morning Show. Left Radio 1, came to Atlanta, and started my own production company where I have worked with the Braxtons, worked with some housewives, worked with some Love and Hip Hop clients, and so doing high-end luxury event design and event planning.
Beautiful,
yes,
beautiful,
his stuff
beautiful.
is
Artsy to the
oh
T.
yes.
And I ain't talking about DIY.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
Beautiful.
That
That's
stuff
beautiful.
I've watched some of this. I've looked at some of your. One day I'll get there, but I do beautiful work.
Yes, you do.
I do beautiful
I've seen your
work.
work.
Oh, yes.
Matter of fact, you came to my inventory and got some stuff.
Yes,
So
I
already-
did.
I
Big
know
neck
what you did.
pattern.
I know what you did.
Yes. Yeah, we gonna come in excellence when we do
Oh,
what
yeah.
we do. Absolutely.
The only way to do
It's
it.
been it's been amazing being able to do that and be a blessing. My thing is I love decorating for our people because a lot of times we may not have the money that other people have, but we deserve the best. And I
Yes.
believe in giving excellence
Yes.
every time.
Yes.
Because I believe when we're working, we're not working unto ourselves, we're working as unto God. So every time you come out, you should be coming out, and when I do events, people always, they be like, oh my God, I didn't expect this. I always go above and beyond. Yeah.
You know what? It's so important. Since we we're here talking about suicide, I think it's so important that we celebrate. When I do an event, my wife would tell you there'd be sometimes where I'm working with the budget, and I'm just like, you know what? They couldn't afford X, Y, and Z what they really wanted it.
Yeah.
I just feel led to just go over the top because people go through life and I'm just honored when I'm able to create a room to celebrate somebody, whether it's a wedding, a birthday.
Yes,
The
yes.
person walk into your space that you touch the design and it moves them to tears.
Yeah.
That's ministry.
That's
Yeah,
right there,
that's
right
ministry.
there.
So,
Yeah. I remember I did a baby shower for a young girl that they really didn't have money to do it, and the aunt came to me and she said, she worked so hard because this young girl did a lot of community work, volunteering and I was like, and she said, well, I can't do what I want to do. And I was like, okay. I said, what are the colors, what theme, whatever. And she told me, and when I tell you, I laid that place out. I laid it out as if they had paid me $10,000. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, when she came in, her and her mom, they like literally started crying. I was like, that's right there. That's the response. Yeah, that's the response. I was.
Did your job.
You understand?
That's the
Did
most
your job.
rewarding part about being able to please a client, but also allowing what you've created to minister to them. You know what I mean? And I really feel like my husband has been anointed to do that. Y'all should see our house.
Yeah.
He's anointed.
Hello.
Amen.
Mhm.
You don't like people. I don't understand it. Like, sir.
But listen, I'm like you. I get embarrassed when people
absolutely.
when people, look. And I talk a lot, and I do this, and I speak, but I just get really embarrassed when people be like, "Okay, can we not talk about that? Can you? You know what I'm saying?
But can we?
Yeah.
But can we? And that's for me too.
Yeah.
I've always had a hard time, and I've walked around. It's why I've had longevity because I'm not the boastful type.
Yeah.
Where I don't like, throw it in people's face what I do. I just let my work speak for
I'm
itself.
with Mary J.
I've never been that girl.
Jill,
I let other people toot my horn.
Exactly.
But I'm also learning now. I'm 37. I'm learning I'm getting to this place in my life where I'm like, no. I've been able to travel the world because I am that girl. Like, I am talented. I am gifted. And I want to encourage other people who are aspiring to do that. To know that they have to know that they deserve to do it. Like you have to have the confidence in yourself, before anyone else can believe in you. You have to believe in you and believe the gifts that God has placed on the inside of you.
I would have never thought you were 37. I'm sitting here thinking like you're 20 years old. So 20, 25, 26 around.
37 and I'm 45.
Trying to make me feel nice.
You don't look your age.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't look my age.
Also, a crazy thing that we don't always share with people, but our birthday is the same day.
No.
Yes. My
The
husband,
same
January
day?
31st. He was born January 31st, 81. I was born January 31st, 89.
Okay.
Wow.
Ain't that big. That's big.
Our love story is another.
That's big.
That's another.
Well, y'all coming back anyway, and talk to me, because
We can talk about black love. We love talking about love.
Oh, let me see y'all.
Our love story is to inspire and to encourage you to open that heart back up.
Because she doing that because she know anybody she bring around got to be vetted. We got to vet them.
Right.
Yeah, they.
And there's nothing wrong
All
with
these
that.
guys, they like everybody around me. What? Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay. Secret. This is just between us. Don't tell nobody.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay. I have not been on a date in 26 years.
We'll talk offline.
Okay.
Right. That part.
Yeah,
So whoever gets to go out with her needs to step foot in here wherever I'm at.
You're the reason.
Look, him and his brother out there, Drake, same thing.
We gotta come back and do a dating show.
Hey.
Look,
That's an
and
idea.
he can do. Look, we can set up a dinner for two. I can sing and cook.
Oh, snooky.
We can make it
We
a
about to
thing.
do
I don't know about
We
that.
can make it a thing. We can make it a thing.
That's great. And Dre, thank you for coming in and sticking your head in. We've had an amazing show. Our founder, one of our founders and owners, Dre Johnson, just came in the room, and he is actually Nappy Red's brother. And they're just so sweet. They're great.
Wow.
And the young lady that's standing outside the door, we're gonna give her a
That's
shout
the
out.
cupcake lady.
Oh my
This is
God.
the cupcake
yes.
lady. Come on in. Simple delights.
Oh,
Simple
hello.
delight.
Hi, how are
This is
you?
the reason why I just gained 4 pounds. It's so good. I
Put
said,
your
give
foot
me
in.
all my calories.
I didn't actually-
It was worth it.
Good, good. I'm glad
Listen,
y'all
we're
enjoyed
wrapping
it.
up, and I'm glad that you came in. We wanted everybody to see you. We have enjoyed those cupcakes.
Delicious.
Oh,
And
good.
honey, she'll ship them. She'll ship.
Shout out to
She'll
Simple
ship 'em.
Delight.
Thank you so
Simple
much.
Delight
Thank
Cupcake.
you. Thank
And this is Cassandra, and we are at the end of Power Blendz 99.8.
She Nappy Red, and y'all are listening to Conversations with
You
Cassandra.
good.
Look at us bouncing off each other. Like we're not new to this, but true
Look,
to
you
this.
okay?
You
True
was
to this.
first- you was first-
We are true to this. Yeah. There you go.
you was first in it.
Dre? No, Dre used to be. What company Dre used to work with? Fred.
1 second.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. This is pretty chill, man. He has Nappy Red takeover. Thank you. You too.
Oh, they were still watching.
Come on, Jesus.